Please let my words speak for you as I say, good morning, God, and thank you for this beautiful autumn morning, the bite, just a little one in the air. Thank you for all of the rain that we've had and all the rain that I know we're going to have for this winter. Because with all of the rain comes a beautiful spring. And less fire in the summertime, which is always good. So I'm so very deeply grateful for all of the rain that we get this year. Grateful for each and every person here, knowing that along with me, each of us will receive exactly what it is that we need to get our aha, life is good moment during the week. Knowing that everything flows smoothly and each person who comes in is touched in just the right way. Looking forward to Reverend Kat's message. I open my mind, I open my heart. And I just say thank you, Father, Mother, God. And so it is.
And so it is.
Amen. Aho. Ashe.
Ashe.
Satu.
Satu.
Good morning and welcome.
Good morning.
I'm the Reverend Kat Cox. I'm a Unitarian Universalist community minister, and I serve a ministry of spiritual guidance for individuals, couples, congregations, leaders, and communities nationwide, in person and online. If you're interested, you can find me online at thepathofjoy.org. I'm speaking this morning at Mystic Heart Spiritual Center in Redding, California. Mystic Heart is an independent interfaith community that teaches universal principles and practical spirituality. It follows the common threads of truth that are found in the world's great faith traditions. May our time this morning lead you into the guidance and the wisdom of your own mystic heart. And we settle into the flow of this morning's Taizé service by joining our voices in musical prayer. Welcome home to your mystic heart. Lay aside whatever came before. Let your own intuition start to guide you to heaven's door. Welcome home to your mystic heart. Lay aside whatever came before. Let your own intuition start to guide you to heaven's door. To guide you to heaven's door. To guide you to heaven's door. I just want to thank you for all you bring to me. I just wanna thank you. Your love has set me free. I just wanna thank you for all you bring to me. I just wanna thank you. Your love has set me free. I just wanna thank you for all you bring to me. I just wanna thank you. Your love has set me free. I just wanna thank you for all you bring to me. I just wanna thank you. Your love has set me free. I just wanna thank you for all you bring to me. I just wanna thank you. Your love has set me free. I just wanna thank you. I just wanna thank you. I just wanna thank you. May we open our hearts now to the presence of God, God of many names in our midst, ever with us, connecting us to the oneness of being. The divine within me sees and greets the divine in you, for we are one. I invite you to take a long, slow, deep breath in, and relaxing, slowly breathe out, and to continue breathing slowly and deeply, and to feel your connection to God presence and to the oneness of being, to open to the spirit of life, the conscious love and light that is the divine, the creating, sustaining, transforming power, the Holy One, a living presence within and beyond us always. And allow yourself to settle into the deep peace that's always available, and allow that peace to move out from you into the space around you, creating an atmosphere of calm and stillness that ripples out forever, changing everything it touches. And take a moment to sense the deepening of your connection to the global community. See with me the huge web of life, the ever-evolving energy flow that encircles and infuses the planet. Each of us is a point of light in that web. Each is connected to all others. Every human shines with the radiant light of the divine, God's love, and my light melds into yours. And extend your awareness to all the more than human creatures, each glowing with its own part of the one divine light. Every plant, rock, mineral, drop of water, sending forth its own glow, sharing in the one light. All of creation, all that can be known and seen, and beyond to what can never be known. As we feel our oneness, our union with the divine, we breathe in the peace and the presence of Spirit, God's love ever with us, and we sense the grace that fills, surrounds, and sustains us, knowing that this grace is ever present, underlying and ultimately shaping all that unfolds. And as one human family, we acknowledge our personal responsibility and our role as caretakers. We are in sacred service to one another, to all life forms, to the planet that sustains us, and we come together in a time of celebration and communion, consciously establishing our connection with one another, with all beings. We empower our work here and beyond. Our prayer, our meditation, our communion ripple out and touch lives in ways we may never know. So just breathe that in for a moment. Blessed be, and thank you, God, for bringing us together and for this good company. Blessed be. So, my original topic that I put out to Diana was finding gratitude for what we would never have chosen. But then when it appeared in the newsletter, it appeared as finding grace for what we never would have chosen. And I loved that because grace and gratitude go together. Grace flows towards us from the divine, from the holy, and it opens us to the gratitude that can flow from us in return. So grace flowing towards us, gratitude flowing from us. And I want to speak a little bit about grace. For me, when I speak of grace, I talk about the unmerited blessing that flows to us unearned, unconditional love from the holy. A conscious love infusing all. Grace simply flows to us. You could picture a sunbeam. You know what it is to see the sunbeam coming through the window. You didn't ask for it. You didn't earn it. It just is. That's the flow of grace. And I define grace in these ways and the holy as bringing unconditional love, because that is my deepest experience as a human being. I was very blessed to have a near-death experience in my late 20s during the birth of my second child, and during the time that I was out, that is what happened to me, that I felt this unconditional flow of the most unbelievable love I could ever have imagined, just pouring into me, and I knew that I hadn't earned it, I couldn't do anything wrong to get rid of it, and it was equally for all. And that remains the most important thing that's ever happened to me in my life. And it took a long time to shape me in my ministry. But I truly know that grace is flowing, and our job is to open to the divine love and to let that grace flow. We can put up our umbrella and walk around under it and say there's no sun, but there is. So we could take the umbrella down and we could feel the grace. And this is a beautiful loop, this movement between the grace that's flowing and the gratitude that can flow from us. And still, finding gratitude and grace in what we have never would have chosen is sometimes hard. And probably every person here has had that idea. You've heard it. And allow yourself to settle into the deep peace that's always available. That's all right. Always bears repeating. Because life is sometimes hard, really hard. I feel grace that my cousin chose to visit with us this morning. And the hardest thing that's happened in his life and in mine was the sudden death of his beloved and beautiful son in a freak farming accident that we never could have predicted. That has been so painful for our family to come to terms with. How could God have allowed this? How can we find grace? So in the little things and the huge things, we're challenged to find a way to open to grace and to find gratitude. So we have to hold this paradox, because all great truths are a paradox, things that seem like they can't both be true, that they are. Things happen that we would never have chosen. we need to open to the grace. But if we don't have preferences, how can we lead our life? How would we choose a career, a partner, friends, activities, what we have for dinner? We have to live our lives moving towards our preferences, and it's my belief that the holy, the divine, is calling us to be who we most fully are. And to be who we most fully are, we need to open and to see how we feel called to move. There's a scene in a Gene Hackman movie that I always liked. He's playing a man, up in years. He's got a very successful business. He wants to pass on to his son and the rest of his family. And he says to his son, you work all your life to have everybody in your family be happy and healthy and doing well and getting along. And in your whole life, you get that for 5 minutes. And the son says, Dad, this isn't that 5 minutes. So we all live in that longing to do what we feel called to do and get the result that we want. So how do we embrace the paradox? We could choose to live in sadness, in bitterness, and regret, or we could choose to let what has happened change us, deepen us, and bring us into fuller relationship with God and with the core of ourselves. That's the choice I want to make. So I want to speak about the opportunities that which we would never have chosen offers us, the spiritual opportunities. And first I want to say it offers us the opportunity to accept and embrace the limits of our power. The limits of our power over others and the limits of our power over ourselves. Some of you know, everybody can now know, I have been married 6 times. Number 6 here, we're going to make it to the finish line. Yes? We're going to make it to the finish line. But this is the only marriage I made, not secretly thinking, well, I can change him. I'll just bring love. I'll just do all these wonderful things. I'll be so loving. I was not realistic, because it's the limit of our power to change people that we need to embrace. And you also have the opportunity to deepen your understanding of life and yourself and others, to see what lessons are offered by whatever it is that you've gone through. What are you being invited to see more honestly and realistically as you move forward in your life? My father endured a lifetime of self-damage in a painful marriage that he would not leave, that he felt devoted to seeing through to the finish line. And I thought that's what noble people do. You stay and you suffer if you need to. And I went back and forth between stay, can't stay, stay, can't stay. And what I finally realized is you cannot do what damages yourself without being broken down. And I made the choice, when I needed to in my life, not to be broken down. So what I would never have chosen, what I could see would never have been chosen, gave me that opportunity to learn to face life more honestly and realistically. And there's the opportunity for radical acceptance and love of the world and loved ones as they are, to find peace and to truly let go and let God. In my prayers every morning, I have to let go and let God, because I don't have the power. I don't know what needs to happen. And if I can release and truly turn it over to God, I will find peace. And you don't ever have to beg for God's favor. I truly believe this. This is one of the important lessons that came to me in the experience when I was on the other side. God is already guiding you in every way that is for your benefit. Just open your heart and your spirit to feel it. And you have an opportunity to grieve your losses, and health and wholeness require that. If we try to hold off our pain and never feel it, it will be like inside there's a dam, and we're always putting all our energy into holding back the dam of the pain that we don't want to feel. We have to let the dam burst. We have to let the pain come out. And what we will experience is it's not permanent like we think it will be. When we're holding it behind a dam, we think, if I let it go, I'll just drown forever and forever. No, grief is a wave. If you will let it happen, it will rise and fall, and there will be more than one wave, but you will move through it. So in times of grief and loss, we need to allow ourselves to feel that change will come, that we will find peace. And if we can allow ourselves to grieve, we'll find it's not only just a wave, it's also a spiral. Now we're on the sad side, the loss. Now we're on the light side, celebrating the joy of what happened. A person's life, the beautiful times we shared. And we'll move up that spiral over time. And the experience of grieving will change by allowing. And we also have the opportunity to grow spiritually and realize that we will not get through loss by words alone. No words of mine, no words you're going to read anywhere are enough. It's like if you want to play tennis, you can't just watch a video. You have to get out there and play. So what you have to play with to work with the loss and the grief in your life is spiritual practice. You have to have things that you do that bring you back into alignment with your own core and with God flowing into you. Things that you actually do. And here are some I work with and love. Mindfulness. Deepening into fully experiencing the moment you are in. Breath practices that regulate your body and calm your mind and your reactivity. Meditation that quiets the mind and drops you into openness and presence to whatever arises. Dream work that uncovers the gifts of self-knowledge that your unconscious and the holy are offering now. The emotional freedom technique, which is tapping on acupressure points of the body while bringing up the old stories, that helps you release those stories and let them go. It's actually being used very successfully now in veterans hospitals. Inquiry, questioning the old stories, the stuck stories that free their hold on you and discover what else is true. And interfamily systems work, dialoguing with your inner child, your inner wise elder, and other inner parts of yourself that want to be known and give you their gifts. And of course, prayer. Prayer cannot be something automatic. It has to be something that connects you in a felt way with the flow of spirit and the presence of the holy. So you need to find the words that work for you to open you again to that felt connection with the divine. You have the opportunity to lean into your intuition and discover what you need next. And finally, you have the opportunity to widen your perspective of your spiritual journey. You don't know what you are here, what your soul is here to learn in this lifetime, or others. If we can open and truly turn it over to God, we can allow ourselves to say, I don't know what this person whom I dearly love was supposed to learn or is supposed to learn in this lifetime. I'm leaving it to you, God. I'm getting out of the role of the driver's seat with the bus with everybody I love in the back, and they're going where I want to go. Because guess what? I turned around, they're not on the bus. you have this opportunity to deepen your trust in the divine love that will never let you go. I invite you to breathe in grace. It is always there for you. Breathe out gratitude. Everything isn't only a gift, but everything is also a gift. And may you use that knowing to find your own way again and again to the path of joy. Blessed be. And Lucinda will now lead us in a time of meditation.
Please feel free to close your eyes. Take a deep breath in, breathing in love. Release the breath, breathing out peace. Bringing in love. Breathing out peace. Letting the chair take your weight. As we think about a time that was unexpected, when something happened that just turned your life upside down. For me, it was when a domestic violence relationship got even worse and I realized that I would have to leave, or I faced some unpleasant consequences. And that was very difficult for me. I left with the clothes I had in my car. And for a while, I was incommunicado. But on the other side of that, I ended up in Reading, where I would never, ever have been before. Reading was not my idea of a place that I wanted to be. But it also brought me the love of my life. A man who's sweet and gentle, can stand up for himself, but who would never ever consider hitting any woman or any man. So with deep gratitude, I realized that what was my worst experience became my best experience. So take a couple of moments here to think about that, to think about a time that wasn't pleasant for you, but that brought unexpected gifts. And now we will allow the music to take us even deeper. Thank you.
when we gather on any occasion, as we pass those beloveds that are before us, we acknowledge each one. We recognize through these stories today that we've all been wounded. All of us. No one has escaped. And that each of us has been blessed in ways that are hard sometimes to see and to accept by those things that also wounded us. And so this song invites us, to the best of our ability, to let it be easy. The love of God is here in every breath we take, fills us up with love and inspiration, fills us and surrounds us, meets our every need. It is our shining light and our salvation. The power of God is here in every thought we think, gives us strength and offers us direction. If I make the choice to listen up for His voice, it makes me, guides me through my deepest reflection. Let it be easy, let it be easy. Relax, let go and trust, the way is easy. Let your heart's desire be ignited by the fire. Your life is in God's hands. He'll make the way easy. Oh, let it be easy. So as the day is done, I bow my head to pray, to know that God's the truth of all creation. Beauty of the stars as they shine on you and me, and suddenly I know no separation. I rest from all the cares and worries of the day. I know that in the darkness I am protected. I feel His loving grace caress my smiling face, and deep within my soul I know we've always been connected. Let it be easy, let it be easy. Relax, let go and trust, the way is easy. Let your heart's desire be ignited by the fire. Your life is in God's hands. He'll make the way easy. Oh, let it be easy. Oh, let it be easy.
So I invite you now into a final prayer. I invite you into the spirit of meditation and prayer. And close your eyes if it feels right. Trust. Let go. This moment is a sacred moment. Every moment is a sacred moment, even the difficult ones. Especially the difficult ones. For they are the gateway to enlightenment and fully relying on God. Let go into fully relying on God. Let go into releasing the old stories of the need for foreknowledge and control. Let go into being fully present with awareness and compassion now. Let go into spaciousness and patience with all that is unknown and unresolved in your heart. Let go into radical acceptance of yourself, your loved ones, and all that is. Let go into the relief of asking only for knowledge of God's will for you and the power to carry it out. Let go into the peace of holy presence within and around you now. And let go into the power of knowing that in God's time, God is unfolding the way. Expand in the golden light. Expand into the oneness holding all. Rest in the stillness deep within. Take refuge in the sacred, conscious heart of God living in you. Breathing in holy love, breathing out holy flow. Breathing in holy love, breathing out holy flow. Opening and releasing. Let go and let God. And bringing your awareness back into this space, I invite you to open your eyes and take a look at who is here celebrating with you this morning, your spiritual family, one of your support systems, people who care about you and are here for you if you need anything. And as we close our Taizé meditation, we offer the opportunity for you to share in the financial good and support of the work of Mystic Heart if you choose to do so. And if you're joining us online, you can find a donate button and our mailing address at mysticheart.org. This is an independent, self-sustaining organization, so Mystic Heart depends on your gratitude and generous gifts and support. If you found value in this time together this morning, share the love. And the offertory music will be by Chris and Diana.
And Dalton.
And Dalton.
Yeah. Let the love wash over us. We let it be. We have some lyrics, I think. Love, we let the love wash over us. We don't. We let, okay, we know, I'm gonna lead you. Let it be. How about some peace? We let the peace wash over us. We let it be. Moving into joy. We let the joy wash over wash over us. We let it be. We offer our grateful thanks for your gifts of time, treasure, and service. And we thank God for this sacred time and space together. And please join us in a final song.
Actually, we do have one short announcement. Invitation, the State of the Heart.
Okay. Reminder for all who may not have signed up or gotten back to me, our State of the Heart Gratitude Dinner is coming up this Friday night. It is a time for you to receive our gratitude. There's no cost for this event. And also to know where we've been, what our plans are for moving forward, and to have a voice in those plans and have discussion if you so choose. So if you have not gotten in touch with me, either yay or nay, I'm cooking for y'all. So please let me know if you plan to be there.
We want to make sure we have enough.
Yep. We'll always have enough. May your soul always find what it's looking for. May your heart always lead the way. May you live in peace and harmony. And may love always fill your day. May your path be strewn with happiness. May success find you everywhere. May you always embrace compassion and grace, and may God always answer your prayers. May you always embrace compassion and grace, and may God always answer your prayers. We invite you now to join us for coffee, and if you like, for our second service at 10:30, a conscious conversation that will be focused on exploring the topic, finding the grace and the gratitude in what you would never have chosen. And if you're leaving us now, we thank you for joining us, and we bless you on your way.
So bringing myself back into this one space amidst the laughter and the joy, knowing that those are always mine no matter what is going on in my life. The love surrounds me and I can tap into it at any time. Thank God. Good morning, God, and thank you for this absolutely gorgeous autumn morning, and for each and every one of the people here, my family, the family of my heart. I'm deeply grateful for Mystic Heart, for all of the things that it brings for me, for my opportunity to be of service, and knowing that everything flows smoothly and freely, and that each person gets exactly what they need, whether it be physical, mental, or just to laugh. Speaking my words into law and knowing that they're already true, I say thank you, Father, Mother, God, and so it is.
And so it is.
Amen. Reverend Cat, thank you. It's been an interesting morning.
It has.
And I expect that will continue.
Always hoping for that. So good morning and welcome, or welcome back if you're joining us here or online for this Conscious Conversation second service. I am the Reverend Kat Cox. I'm a Unitarian Universalist community minister. I offer a ministry of spiritual guidance to individuals, couples, congregations, leaders, and communities nationwide, in person and online. And you can find me online at thepathofjoy.org. Oh, look at that.
I stole it from your website.
I'm just going to say there are many versions of the flaming chalice in Unitarian Universalism, just as there are many versions of the cross in traditional Trinitarian Christianity and many versions of the Star of David. But I decided that I would paint my own, and then nobody could ever say, I stole a copyright. So what I like there is, it's like the pagan goddess fire, and the spirit bird is coming down.
Amen.
And flying back up. All right. So I'm speaking this morning at Mystic Heart Spiritual Center in Redding, California. Mystic Heart is an independent interfaith community that teaches universal principles and practical spirituality, following the common threads of truth found in the world's great faith traditions. And may our time this morning lead you inward to the wisdom and guidance of your own mystic heart. So as we settle into the flow of this morning's conscious conversation, we join our voices in musical prayer.
An upbeat version, so feel free to get up and move around if you want. And this, I just got to put this on only because this is one of the first things that caught Reverend Kat's attention
It
when
did.
she came through
It
the
did.
door.
Yeah,
The flaming chalice.
the flaming
In rainbow.
chalice.
Welcome to the Mystic Heart. Join the celebration. Lift your voice and sing your part. Make this affirmation. Spirit made us family, loving hearts to share. Together we are joyfully practicing the possible through prayer.
And everything's possible through prayer.
Mystic Heart. Everybody get up on your feet. See the light in everybody meet. Everybody get up on your feet. See the light in everybody meet. Let us be reminded who we come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah. Let us make a joyful sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Hey, 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 hey. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody we. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah.
Woo! Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful day. This beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. Thank you for my friends, Spirit. Thank you for my friends. Thank you for my friends, Spirit. Thank you for my friends. My wonderful, my wonderful, my wonderful.
radiant, my radiant, my radiant health. My radiant, my radiant, my radiant health. Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day. This beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful day. This beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful day. Thank you for my witness, for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day.
All right. So, one way that we can serve is to join in the sacred practice of envisioning a love-soaked world. So I invite you to join me in entering the imaginal realm together, imagining a world where all human beings are living from their deepest wisdom and generosity, their most loving nature, thoughtful of the impact their thoughts, words, and actions have on one another, on the community, on the planet. Envision with me a world without greed, where there is abundance in having enough, where all needs are met gracefully and easily, where nutritious food, clean water, and pure sweet air are readily available to all, no matter where you live or what family you're born into. Envision with me a world where warm, comfortable, affordable housing is a given for all, where all beings can feel a sense of safety, belonging, and contribution, where mental and physical health, education, and healthy relationships are ensured by social systems grounded in integrity, honesty, and wholeness. Envision with me a world where children are celebrated as the unique individuals they are, and where from a young age they're encouraged and guided to make choices based on who they are and their own preferences. A world where children are taught not what to think and act, but encouraged to explore all the information available and make informed choices. May we live in a world where all beings work and play at whatever feeds their souls and are well compensated for their service. Where people are valued and respected for their inherent goodness. Where authenticity and vulnerability are not only welcomed but celebrated. The peace we cultivate within ourselves shows up as a world free of violence, hatred, or indifference. And the love that we're here to share is given freely to whomever our hearts are called to love. We move beyond lines of separation and live as one human family, caring for one beautiful planet with the reverence she deserves. And by the power of our collective intention, powerful imagining, and inspired action, we've undergone an amazing transformation. Imagine living in a world that works for all beings. Giving no power to appearances, we live according to our highest aspirations. We don't lower our vision no matter what the world says. We're at peace with our families, friends, neighbors, and other nations. This community stands as an open and welcoming place for all who seek support, belonging, and a sense of family. And it redefines church as a place of self-discovery, authenticity, kindness, radical inclusion, and love, as we're guided to the truth that lies within every heart. And giving thanks for the beauty of our world and trusting that a prayer spoken and deeply felt is a prayer answered. My word is acted upon here and now, and in acceptance of great joy and with deepest humility, I release this prayer to the one who gets it done. And so it is.
So it is.
Amen.
Amen.
So, I've not done this before. I've not capped the main points of a talk for people who've heard it, so they might get bored if I say exactly the same thing. But then say the main points for people who have joined us online or are present, so we'll just have to see how this dance goes. I do remember a time when it's very common in the Unitarian Universalist world that, you give your talk twice at 2 services. Once I gave it, I think I was in Santa Rosa, and I had the same, practitioner, worship associate helping, and at the end she said, "You gave 2 totally different talks." So that could happen again. I'm not sure. But the topic this morning, and honestly, we can hear these things more than once, right?
Yes.
How often do you listen to a podcast and then you turn it back, you're like, I wandered, I missed that, I kind of want to hear that? So, we're looking at finding gratitude and grace for things that happen that we would never have chosen. And I started out by defining grace as I understand it. I understand grace as unmerited blessing, unearned, unconditional love and guidance flowing from the holy, from conscious creative love to us at all times. And I define grace this way because of my direct experience. It is true that the most important experience of my life was, I'll never know if it was seconds, minutes, I really don't know. But it was a near-death experience, happened during the birth of my second child. I always remember the nurse said, "I'm not getting a pulse on her." And then I was out. But I found myself in a state of consciousness in which I could see that every person was made of streaming particles of golden light. It was like I could see through the exterior, like it was translucent, and I could see that that's what everyone was made of. And I just felt this incredible flow of love towards me and towards all beings that was unconditional love. I hadn't earned it. I couldn't get rid of it. It had nothing to do with anything I'd done. It was like gravity. It just was, and it was for all exactly the same. And so that experience of grace has come back to me again and again, as like every person, I've gone through life, and I've had countless things happen that I would never have chosen. Some left me literally, physically, like lying on the floor, not sure how I would ever get up again. But gratitude can flow from us as we accept and open to the grace that is flowing towards us. And in any moment, we can open to the grace and we can find gratitude welling up in some way for what has happened. And this beautiful loop between grace and gratitude, I want to live in that. And still, to live in this space does require embracing a paradox. We have to live our life aiming to sense what's most true for us as individuals that we want and moving towards us. This means honoring our preferences. We all have preferences. How would we choose a beloved, a place to live, a career, recreational activities, even what we're going to have for dinner, if we couldn't tune into our preferences? Our preferences do matter. And it's healthy to let that guide how we direct our life. We want to go to the deep place of our preferences, what's coming up from the soul self, not being in the place of, this is very alive in my life, so I'm just going to name it. I want to enjoy food for comfort. I don't want to eat for emotional regulation. Okay? Yeah. Me too. Those are really different. I want to enjoy and only choose things to eat that I enjoy, but I don't want to eat because I can't deal with how I feel. So I want to accept that my preferences are real and I need to surrender results. That's the paradox. I need to surrender and let go. So I invite you to really open your heart to that we have to honor our preferences and we still have to release to whatever happens, because something larger that I call God, the source energy of being, is really guiding the flow. And I want to be in that flow. So I want to open to the opportunities for spiritual growth, that experiencing what I would never have wanted to have happen. There's a lot happening in the world today I did not want it to happen. You know, and having grown up in the 50s and the 60s, I didn't think it was going to happen. I thought, hey, we learned from World War everything. We're not going to make those mistakes again. I really thought that. Lucky me. You know, I was born after that stuff. But the human heart is still growing. And we're still developing our capacity. So I want us to learn to open to the opportunities to accept the limits of our power over ourselves and others. We can't make other people change, and we can't endure the unendurable without damaging ourselves. So we have to look at what's unendurable in our own lives and see what changes we can make. We have an opportunity to deepen our understanding of life and ourselves. What are the lessons that are being offered? Can you see yourself and others more honestly and realistically and adjust your expectations? My whole growing up in the first 48 years of my life, I thought that I could get my father to deal with the reality of my mother's mental illness and addictions and make life better for all of us. And he could not do it. It took me 20 years after they both died, a few months apart, to accept I never had that power. I thought if I said the right things, if I really stayed in there, no, I never had that power. So there's relief in releasing the belief and being more realistically with what is so. And if we can grieve in time, we can celebrate, because grieving is a wave. Let the dam break. Don't tell yourself that this experience you have, like I'm holding in the pain, because if I don't hold in the pain, it's going to kill me, I'm going to drown in it. No, it won't. You won't. The dam will break, your feelings will pour out, and there will be wave after wave, and you'll ride those waves. But you have to let yourself experience the wave. Because if we can grieve in time, we can also celebrate. We have an opportunity when we face what we would never have chosen to recognize that relief will not come through words or even time alone. There's no words I can say or someone can say that will be enough. What we need are spiritual practices that we enter into that will actually transform our experience of grief and loss. And here are some I use and teach and recommend for you. Nobody needs all of them. Everybody needs a few of them. Mindfulness. Learning to bring yourself into deep presence to the moment exactly as it's unfolding now. Breath practices. You can regulate your body and calm your emotional reactivity with your breath, and your breath is always available. Meditation. You can develop practices to quiet your mind and drop into openness and presence, staying with whatever arises. Dream work. I'm leading a dream workshop here in December. Dream work lets us uncover the gifts of self-understanding from our personal unconscious and the holy that are being offered to us now. Emotional freedom technique. It's a somatic technique for tapping on the acupressure meridians of the body while you let your painful stories arise. That does release stories and pain. And it's being used very successfully now in the VA. It took a lot to get them to test tapping in the VA, but it's as successful as therapy and medication combined. It's powerful stuff. Inquiry. We can learn to question our own stuck stories and stop telling ourselves the same things are true and there's no options, and turn them around and find what else is true. Internal family systems work is imaginative dialoguing with your inner child, your inner wise elder, and other parts. I have to talk all the time to my inner Mrs. Santa Claus. My inner Mrs. Santa Claus, she's so cute. She puts my white hair up in a bun. She wants, a little red frilly apron. She just wants to bake brownies. And then everybody in the family is going to love each other, right? It's all going to be fine if Mrs. Claus can just give a party. Actually, I have to, Mrs. Claus has to sometimes sit down and chill out. And maybe she doesn't need those brownies right now. Prayer cannot be repeating rote words that you were taught that you had to say so that God would, check you off, present, said my prayers. No. Prayer is about finding the words that deeply connect us. You feel that conduit of energy flowing from yourself, your inner being, to the holy. These are all ways to deepen your felt experience of peace and reconnect with the divine love flowing. There's an opportunity to let intuition guide you. Think of moments in your life when you did something you just felt like, I just have a feeling I should turn right here. And you did, and something important happened. I once went to Berkeley to buy a lamp. And I thought, I'm just going to drive by Star King Seminary for Unitarian Universalist. I'm just going to drive. Well, maybe I'll just pick up a brochure. And 20 minutes later, I'm in this coffee shop, tears streaming down my cheeks. I want to do this. I want to do this. I said, this is ridiculous. I'm over 40. But I did it. And here I am. And there's an opportunity to widen your perspective of what your spiritual journey and others is all about. You don't know what your soul is here to learn in this lifetime or anybody else's. We really have to open to that. Deepen your trust in a divine love that will never let you go. Breathe in grace, breathe out gratitude. Everything isn't only a gift, but everything is also a gift when we find it. And I hope you will use that knowing to come back again and again to the path of joy. So I'd now like to move into the conscious conversation, and I'd like to begin this a little differently. I'd like to begin by asking you if there are any questions that are arising for you that you would like to talk about. For me or others, anything that arises for you that you'd like to bring forth from this talk. Yeah.
I'm curious about how your ministry, how it aligns, and then possibly what ways it forks off from our sort of understanding of spirituality in our group, if you will.
Okay. All right. Barbara, I'm betting you couldn't hear that. No? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. So Marcia's wondering about my ministry and how my spirituality fits with or forks off from Unitarian Universalism or the rest of my ministry. Have I got that right?
That's right?
Yes. The truth is I don't really worry about that. Yeah, I've come to a point in my life where I'm interested in saying what I authentically have to say. I'm interested in letting Spirit move through me and guide me, and I'm completely open to who wants to hear me and who doesn't. I always knew I didn't want to be a parish minister. I just didn't want to be a pulpit jockey. I wanted to offer workshops, and I wanted to offer one-to-one and group work. And that was what my mentor, Jeremy Taylor, who was probably the leading dream worker in the world for 30 years, he said he worked with 300,000 dreams in his life. That's twice as many as Carl Jung. So, he had that ministry, and that was my model for ministry. I will say that in the Unitarian Universalist world, which is theologically open, there are those who are mystics, there are those who are Christian. I consider myself a Unitarian Universalist Christian and also a Unitarian Universalist pagan, but I use all this God talk because that's the most real thing in my life. And not everyone in my religious world is completely comfortable with that approach. So I think when I put it on my Facebook page, I was just thinking this at the break, I'll have to say. So if you really don't like the word God, you might not want to listen. Because I'm at a place where it's very important to me to name that. Yeah. Does that help?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. What else?
Did I also hear a question about how that and Reverend Katz's ministry aligns with Mystic Heart and the interfaith
Sure.
flavor?
I'm happy to say that I love being here at Mystic Heart. It perfectly aligns with the interfaith to me. I'm just going to say, I'll just riff on this a little bit. Unitarianism and Universalism are two of the oldest Protestant denominations, right after Calvin, right after Luther, actually. So, going back into the 1500s, Unitarianism, all is one. Jesus is a beloved teacher and a spiritual master. And actually, one of our earliest proponents of Unitarianism was burned at the stake because he would not say that Jesus was the only Son of God. So, and Universalism, God is love, there is no hell. We are all held in love. So those two strands came together in 1960 and formed one denomination. And Unitarian Universalism is very socially active. It's very active in social justice, and it's very theologically open. Probably half are humanists. Not that much loving the Spirit and God talk. People who are mystics, people who are following a Buddhist or a Jewish path at the same time. So it's very interesting to go to our General Assembly, but united by our commitment to certain principles of the inherent worth and dignity of every person and universal love. And I really find that here. And I really enjoy having a place that I can come and thrilled to be invited to speak that is completely consonant with my spirituality.
Can I say that the seminary that you attended was my second choice?
Uh-huh.
If I hadn't done what I did to study, that was my
Right.
next choice in line.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah. I went up there, I visited, I did all the interviews, and
Uh-huh.
yeah.
Once upon a time, before I went to seminary, but after I knew I was interested, I used to say, when I'm 75, I'm going to Harvard Divinity School. So I'm 75, but I don't have to go to Harvard Divinity School then. Questions about the topic? What else is coming up for you? I mean, I have some questions because, I was a teacher. I was an English teacher in my first career, so I always have questions. But yes, this gentleman here.
You flatter me, and I appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, I wanted to emphasize a couple of points related to the overall theme of paradox.
Mm-hmm.
The grace of and gratitude for the things that we would not have chosen. And one of them you alluded to. You were talking about how with me, you decided you were not going to try to fix me.
Right. So perfect.
Don't tell them how much I paid you to
Yeah.
say that. Paradoxically, I had a practice marriage before Kat and I
Practice marriage.
got married. And, and, she did try to change me, and
Number one.
yeah, my attitude was immature, but it was basically, you know, F you. Kat's acceptance of me created a large, comfortable, safe space in which I could change for the better. Second, I struggle a lot with painful emotions, anxiety, depression, some anger. And for a long, long time, I felt like I was a bad person for having those. And in fact, a lot of my spiritual practice was either trying to transcend them by feeling God, or affirm them away by affirming the opposite. And recently I found that those things, while they can be very important and useful for many people, what the most important thing for me to do is just to fully feel what I'm feeling.
Right.
And paradoxically, again, when I feel it, it's like you were talking about the dam breaking.
Yes,
You know.
yes. I learned this from my mentor, who I refer to, Reverend Jeremy Taylor, who said, we're afraid to feel the root of our pain because we're afraid that if we go that deep and the pain doesn't end, we won't be able to bear it. It'll just destroy us. But if we can go to the real deep root of our pain and let ourselves feel it, that's when we will release it. It will release. Yes. And that I understood. That's the difference between neurotic displacement of your pain and really going to the root. I knew a man who did not like his life in New York City. He didn't like the work that he did. He didn't like where he lived in his mother's apartment in his 40s, didn't like anything about it. But what he talked about was New York traffic all the time, every day. New York traffic, New York traffic. As though that was the whole problem, was New York traffic. And so it never changed, because he never dropped down from where he was displacing the pain to what was really going on. And so I'll just say, because I think it's relevant here, that it was after I went through all of these failed relationships. I mean, we've only talked about the ones I married. And I took myself, I took myself to Harbin Hot Springs, and I sat in the warm pool for 3 days, and I cried and I tapped, and I said, I have to figure out why I keep doing the same thing over and over again in my relationships. I have to figure it out.
Expecting different results.
Expecting different results. Right. That's right. And what I really got to was that I was drawn like, a lemming to the sea, to men who combined my mother's rage and my father's melancholy. And I was going to fix them.
Oh.
My love was going to fix them. Like I wanted to fix those two people. And I couldn't fix either of them, and I couldn't fix anybody else. And I made a decision that I would never do it again. And a part of that decision, and I just, I feel tears now. I let myself grieve for the first time that my mother really could not love me. She was not a mentally well person. She was not an actual adult. And she couldn't really love me. And I had been through therapists, I call it the therapy parade.
Yeah.
And in the therapy parade, I say to the therapist, but it's fine. I don't think about it now. I'm over that. No, I wasn't. I was just displacing it. So I had to go deep. and really let myself feel and really grieve that. And then I actually never did that again. And I met him 2 years later. And I had, I had a few dates here and there, and I'd be like, next. Because I just wasn't going to get into it with someone who couldn't meet me as I was, that I couldn't meet as he was. That doesn't mean we hadn't done a lot of growing together. We definitely had. We definitely had. But it didn't start from this place of, I'm gonna fix you. And he didn't start there with me. So for me, this is one of the prime places where I've learned that if I can really open to what's going on inside me, I can face anything, and I can face the lessons that these painful moments and sometimes painful periods of my life have offered and are offering me now. Anything else that's coming up for you? Yeah.
I love the way you, when we, in the bulletin, we changed the title of your talk from
Gratitude to
grace, and the way you hit that curveball perfectly. Grace does come from spirit.
Yes.
And our gratitude, it flows the other way, it flows out from us. So.
Yes. And that did feel like one of those synchronicities.
Yeah.
I love that word. It's the meaningful coincidences. And Jung said that synchronicities and dreams were for him the two proofs of divine presence, active in our lives, active in our lives. So I try to pay attention to those intuitive moments. Sometimes it feels like it doesn't make any sense. Okay, I'll just do that anyway. It feels intuitively right. That's not the same as being, driven by food craving or similar. It's like, it's not really emotional. The intuitive mode of knowing opens us to what I call that channel, and I feel it like this conduit between my inner being and the holy. And it will just feel like, so this is the way to go. Yeah. So Diana.
I would like you to offer one of your questions,
Yes, I will do it.
just because.
So,
I'm curious what they are.
yes. So I'd like to know where you have experienced the flow of unearned blessings, grace in your life. Where have you experienced that? Kimberly,
Finding this place.
finding this place. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Others, where have you found unearned blessings? Yeah, Lucinda.
After I was finished living in my car and decided I was going to have to, that if I was going to live, I may as well do something about it,
Yeah.
the feeling of love and joy and oneness that came to me as I was standing in a park is something that I would love to repeat all the time,
Yes.
and something that's pretty rare, but that was when I felt that flow.
Wonderful. And standing in a park. I want to say that one of the spiritual practices I could have added, the Japanese call it forest bathing,
Yeah.
is taking yourself out into a natural environment. Just be with nature, be with the trees, be with the plants, be with the water if you can be, and just let yourself drink it in. Because there's an energy flow, and you can feel it, and it's deeply nourishing. It's a great spiritual practice. Now, other times you've experienced sudden unearned blessing in your life. Yes.
And this didn't feel in the moment like a blessing, and yet I knew that if it was happening, it must be a blessing, is when I was suddenly pivoted from one path of ministry to this path of ministry. Even as you're talking in this topic, even in the moment of difficulty and challenge, betrayal and pain and whatever else I was feeling, there was still an awareness. It was exciting, and I knew that it was an amazing opportunity and an amazing flow of grace, and that it was just mine to walk
through it. So even in that moment, it can be very uncomfortable, and there can still be an awareness that
Yes.
there's an excitement and a grace about what's happening.
Yes. Finding the excitement and the grace in what's happening, even though there's fear present.
Right.
I heard something online recently, I found it really helpful. For the moments when you're in struggle, when you're in pain, instead of resisting or going into the story, this will never end, allow yourself to see it as a wave, which I already mentioned, and tell yourself, I commit to accepting that I will feel this way from time to time for the rest of my life. So painful feelings are not, when they flow through, they're not gone forever. So let's not make so much of it when it happens. Yeah,
Let it be easy.
let it be easy. Chris?
That works for everything, really. I noticed several years ago that when I feel like there's a little cold coming on, instead of saying, oh, I'm gonna have a cold and da-da-da, I just kind of make myself porous and let it pass through. And
Yes.
the same thing
Yes.
with emotional
Yes,
situations or any of that. You just
Let it pass
let go
through.
and just be
Yes.
real expansive and just let it roll
Yes.
off you.
this is actually reminding me of a practice that I learned in seminary for when you're offering pastoral care and it's intense, someone is sharing, it's intense, that you visualize opening your heart chakra, opening your heart space like a cone, and you're letting it come in, but you're also opening your heart chakra on the back. And if you're at all familiar with the Hindu model of the 7 chakras, they're on the back as well as on the front. So you can breathe it in, you can charge it with the energy of your heart, with love, and release it through your body. Let it flow through your body. And I think that's often, it's hard to listen because it feels like it gets, what do I do if this is all stuck inside me? And actually breathe it out, visualizing that pain moving out through the back of your heart, back into the universe, where it is charged with divine love that is always there. In my experience, it is always there. And it's so important that I release that there is this source beyond me that is taking care of it. And I really do believe that the soul's journey is unfolding in my belief, lifetime after lifetime. There might be things that are not going to get resolved in this lifetime, but I'm going to go as far as I can in my learning and growth, because I think that will be in every way a benefit now and for whatever. But I want to release and let it move through and be held by something larger than me. Yeah.
I've noticed when I'm working with somebody and I'm starting to take on
Yeah,
the stuff, what's happening at the bottom line is I'm not trusting spirit.
right. That's right. That's right. Yeah,
I think I gotta fix it.
right, right.
God help
Yes.
us.
I call it matching pictures, because I do energy work, and I was taught to become a body of glass so that I hear what they say, but I don't take it in, it just slides right off.
Yes, yeah. So we want to bring our love to it, but we don't want to hold it inside ourselves.
Right.
Yeah.
I was just gonna, you posed the question, can you repeat the question?
Where have you experienced like sudden unearned grace? Like,
It was, I was in Vegas. It was a time where I was going through a lot of hardship, where I lost everything, materially speaking. And it got to the point where I was just ready to let go, like completely. Like, I'm done. And when I got to that point, I don't know, something in my spirit decided to go to a Reiki circle.
Oh, there you go.
I ended up going because I was like literally teetering at that point where it's like, I'm done. And I was there, but I wasn't open. And there was a brother there, and he looked me dead in my eyes and said, I'm here for you. And I opened up to him and he gave me a space to stay. He said, I got you. You can sleep. I got you. You can hop on the couch. And I got work for you too.
Wow.
To work with me with the crystals. So he was teaching me about crystal work. And after that, he actually it was my ride to Shasta. He said, I'm going to Shasta. You want to roll with? Feel like it'll be good for you. And I ended up going. And it was the greatest decision of my life. Despite everything I was going through, I still was able to open up. And I would say that was my sudden honor.
Wow, very
nice. The moment I let go is when everything, you know.
I do know. The moment you let go, that's when everything.
Yeah.
Thank you for letting that flow happen and being here. Truly. Yeah, Kimberly.
I have to say, I used to go to the other church, and Diana would always make me feel welcome. When I went back after COVID, she wasn't there. And so when I went to the park to listen to music, there she was, and I gave her a big hug, and she said, I go, well, where are you? And she goes, oh, I have a new gathering place. And that was a moment in my life because I'm a wholly different person than that moment to this moment because of this angel over here. So that I have to say, I don't think I would have been this far. I would still be where I am, and I keep working on myself because I've been doing it for 25 years. But she's given me a hand up just by loving me.
And you had that moment when you felt called to, I think I'll just go to the park.
Well, I went to the dance because I dance.
Yeah,
But
you met somewhere, you went somewhere where you connected.
right.
Yeah, you could have done something else.
That's true.
And but you felt the call to do that.
Yeah, because I usually don't go there.
Yeah. So we just have a couple minutes left in this portion of the service, but I want to say, when you think about the paradox of moving towards what is meaningful and feels fulfilling for you, and letting go of the result that you know you're not in charge of the result, what's the challenge for you? Do you feel that as a challenge? Do you feel an acceptance? How is that for you? Yeah, Lucinda.
Well, I think for me, I just got this really strong feeling that it's time for me to start growing. And so, I mean, I've known Diana for years, but on a very strictly casual basis. But all of a sudden, I just felt this need to grow, so I chose her as a mentor, and life has never been the same. It has been a challenge.
Yeah.
It has been a challenge. It has meant opening myself to a lot of things where I was pretty deeply buried in fear, and being willing to shine a light and let go of some stuff. But when I reached out into the universe and said, okay, I'm ready for a teacher to teach me and to take me deeper, that's what happened.
You were ready to take on having a teacher. Yeah. All right. And anyone else? Sorry, Chris. Yeah.
I was just thinking, what we've been talking about all day is, is the blessings of what I wouldn't have chosen.
Yeah.
You have to let go of what you would have chosen.
Yes.
In order, before you can see the blessing, otherwise.
You do.
It's just, it's a curse,
Yes.
You're seeing everything as a curse. But you have to actively look for the blessing in it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
you do have to release what isn't here. Because when we replay in our minds over and over again, this is how it was supposed to be, this is how I thought it would turn out, I thought it would be like this. And sometimes we do that because for a moment it feels like somehow if we're like playing it in our mind, we can make it happen. No, we can't. So we have to let go. That actually isn't how it is now. I want to be in the now and release my story about what was supposed to be and be with what is. Yeah.
Yeah, you can't, with clenched fists, you can't receive, you have to
That's
let
right.
go.
You have to open. Yes.
Can I share one brief thing?
Yeah, of course.
In that I've actually been offered what I thought was supposed to be twice now since What Is began.
Mm-hmm.
And it was so lovely to have let go of what was supposed to be able to say, thank you, I'm honored, but no.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's right.
And we're glad you said that.
Yeah, but if you'd done the other one, then I'd be over there with you.
So I'd like to invite us now back into the spirit of meditation and prayer, and invite you to close your eyes if that feels right, and to open your heart to the certain knowledge that you, yes, you, are held by holy love. No matter what choices you've made in your life or what choices others have made that are impacting you now, and no matter what is unfolding within and around you, you are held by a love that will never let you go. There's nothing you have done to earn it, any more than you have earned sunshine or rain. This love simply is. Holy love and divine grace, God's unconditional blessing and uniquely individualized guidance for you are flowing to you all the time. Take it as a given that you did not earn this love, and there's no misstep you can make that will make it go away. It's a given of your existence, just like gravity. So stop fighting yourself and trying to earn what has always been yours. You might as well. You are, at this very moment, in God's grace, whether you like it or not.
Resistance is futile.
And bringing our awareness back into this space now, I invite you to open your eyes and look at who is here celebrating with you. This is your spiritual family, one of your support systems. And these are some of the people who care about you and who are there for you, who want to be there for you if you need anything. And as we close our conscious conversation, we offer the opportunity for you to share in the financial good and support of the work of Mystic Heart, if you choose to do so. And if you're joining us online, you can find a donate button and our mailing address at mysticheart.org. Mystic Heart is an independent, self-sustaining organization, so it depends entirely on your generous gifts of support. And if you found value in our time together this morning, we invite you to share the love. And we will have wonderful live music for our offertory time.
So we're going to take, by Reverend Kat's request, a favorite of hers, We Let It Be, and we're going to give it a little different twist the second half.
We let the love wash over us. We let it be. Give me some more love. We let the love wash over us. We let. Why don't you stand on up and really let it flow? Give me some peace. We let the peace wash over us. Come on. We let it be. How about some joy? We let the joy wash over us. We let a double dose of grace 2 times around. We let the grace wash over us.
your arms wide open to let that grace in. We let the grace wash over us. We let it be. Give me a little more love. We let the love wash over us. We let it be. Little more love with a big voice. We let the love wash over us. We let it be. Does this song remind you of anything else that you've ever heard? Let the blessing. Don't stop believing.
Thank you.
For years, we've seen the connection there with those two songs.
So we thank you for your gifts of time, treasure, and service, and we thank God for this sacred time and space together. And there are some invitations that Lucinda, our practitioner this morning, will, or that Diana, Reverend Diana, will offer.
Alrighty. Why do you say we sing our way to lunch?
Oh, that's right. You okay? Yeah. Go ahead.
All together, hand in hand, you know, we take a stand and we are changing. A whole new life for you and me. Take your past and set it free and share this blessing. Love be with you, peace enfold you, spirit lift you, breathe it in. Truth come through you, may good flow to you, that joy renew you until we meet again. Love be with you. Ooh, 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 love be with you until we meet again. Love be with you. Ooh, love be with you. Now breathe it in. Love be with you. Ooh, love be with you until we meet again. Love be with you. Ooh, love be with you. Now breathe it in. Love be with you. God bless you. Thank you for being here. Want to
Yes.
say something?
I was going
I
to.
jumped in. I'm sorry.
I think we're already off to lunch, but I just want to say it's a joy to be with you today. And I invite you to carry with you the certain knowledge that you are held in love always.
Thank you. And thank you for being here today, for speaking.